satisfaction and a great reward that's long been overdue. And when it comes, my daddy's time to be with you in heaven, won't you let him walk your golden streets in a pair of brand new golden boots? Daddy's working boots have served as his foundation, though just like him, they're tired and worn. For years they've helped him stand. Daddy's working boots have filled their obligation. They've walked that rocky road with a mighty, mighty man. Daddy's working boots.
Dirt was clay and was the color of the blood in me. A 12-acre farm on a ridge in South Tennessee. We left our sweat all over that land behind a mule we watched grow old. After row, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so poor that grass won't grow.
There was one old store in the holler we all called town. It belonged to a gentle old man named Henry Brown. He gave us credit in the winter time so we could live through the cold. When the winds brought snow, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so poor that grass won't grow.
Oh, the one I loved walked through those fields with me. She was a hard-working woman, true as one could be. Oh, but then one year death was going round and swiftly took its toll. Journey had to go. Now she lies asleep underground so poor that grass won't grow.
As I stand here looking over this part of Tennessee, the fields are bare as far as the eye can see.
And over the grave where Janie lies, there's a beautiful sight to behold. And no one knows why there's flowers growing on ground.
I believe my steps are growing wearier each day. Still I've got another journey on my mind. The lures of this old world have ceased to make me want to stay. My one regret is leaving you behind.
But if it proves to be His will that I am first to cross, and somehow I'm feeling it will be, when it comes your time to travel, likewise don't feel lost, for I will be the first thing that you'll see.
And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow water, reaching for your hand. Through this life we've labored hard to earn our meager fare. It's brought us trembling hands and failing eyes.
So I'll just rest here on this shore and turn my eyes away. Until you come, then we'll see paradise.
And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow water, reaching for your hand. I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be sitting drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow water, reaching for your hand.
Thank you, Nancy, for selecting the better class of music. Officially, it's good morning to you all, and on behalf of Nancy's family, I welcome you as you have gathered to pay your respects to a good woman, Mrs. Nancy Patricia McLeod. My name is Dudley Corbett. I'm indeed honoured to be invited by Linda to conduct this celebration of her mum's life. The service will take place in its entirety here in the chapel, and at the conclusion of same, the family would love to have you join them at Green's Hotel for a glass of water and something else that you might like. But you would all know where to find that wonderful establishment, I'm sure. The family have also asked me to thank you for this great attendance here today, to assure you of the great comfort it gives them to know that Nancy was so loved and so respected. The Nancy McLeod that I knew from many years ago would not have wanted a big fuss made at her farewell. And I think she would have said, "Now don't go on too long, Spud. Make it short and sweet, but respectful. But tell my family and friends to move on and to make the most of their time." Nancy certainly wouldn't want you to be sad, but she would be so thankful that you good people here today meant so much to her. You will all have and hold dear many special memories of this special lady, and those memories will stay with you for all time. You will always treasure her lasting legacy. And nothing can now detract from with Nancy. Nothing can now affect the great happiness and the depth of experience that she herself knew. The past, with all its meaning, is sacred. It is also secure. And your love for Nancy and her love for you, her family and friends, can never be altered by time or by circumstance. And as we bid farewell to Nancy, let us carry forward the love and the laughter that she brought into our lives. Though she may no longer be with us in body, her spirit will forever echo in our hearts, reminding us to cherish each of those moments and to hold tightly to the bonds of family. Those we love and lose are forever connected to our heartstrings as we share beautiful memories in our time of sorrow. Nancy had a profound impact upon the lives that she touched and those who had the great pleasure of knowing her. And I have personally known her for the odd year or two, way back when I first started school at the Riona University. And there are two or three of us here today who were in that particular era, and Nancy's great friend Rhonda down there as well. Yes, I remember them very vividly from those early school days. But more about that a little later. Nancy Patricia McLeod was born on the 13th of the 9th. Well, she was born Stafford, but later McLeod, of course. She was born on the 13th of the 9th, 1939, at Penguin. Now, there used to be we used to call it the rabbit farm, but I don't know why. At their maternity home at Penguin, anyway. And once it closed down, I think there were 230 or so babies born there, and it closed down, and Nancy was one of those people who were born there. So was Rhonda, and so was I. I think they may have closed it down the day I was born. No, they never. No, they never. They didn't do that. Well, as I say, we met at school many years ago, and when Rhonda left school, she got a job as a waitress in a local cafe in Burnie that was ran by a fellow called John Lecandro, and some of you will remember that name. Yeah, she married young. She married Bobby Whelan in 1955, and they lived in Burnie in several different places. Then they lived in King Island. They even lived at Burns Creek up in the north. Lived in Melbourne. Bobby was a boilermaker welder, and unfortunately Bobby lost his life when the Westgate Bridge went down some years ago. Now, they knew a good friend by the name of Johnny McLeod through music and through boxing. And about 3 years after Bobby's passing, Nancy and Johnny hooked up, and they were married in 1975 in Burnie. They had a time running the Bluebird Cafe. A lot of you will remember that fine establishment as well. And after that, Nancy moved into Poimena Road, sort of between East and West Morville, and she had her dream time home up there. She loved animals. She loved her chickens. She loved Jackie the goat. She was a good veggie gardener, and they had an idyllic life up in Poimena Road. When it came to television, I'm told that she used to like Little House on the Prairie, the Waltons, the Beverly Hillbillies, the Muppets, but she hated cricket. Wouldn't have a bar of cricket, and Johnny used to love the cricket. So you can see maybe there were different rooms for a while, I'm not sure. But she did have a liking for the Richmond Football Club, so you're allowed to make one mistake in your life. Please don't throw anything. Yeah, her favourite food. Now listen to this. Her favourite food was seafood, which is fair enough, and her second most favourite food was mutton birds. They're underground mutton, yeah. I think they're going to be on the table down at Greens when we go back. Well, she did like homemade sausage rolls as well. But so she had a different taste buds at different times. I'm told that she was a strong-willed lady, mischievous. She had a wicked sense of humour. And, I sort of probably knew all those things before I was told, because, going to school for a few years with her, you learn these things. But you didn't cross par. You didn't cross too many times. You were told straight away where you stood, I can tell you. Yeah. I have a couple of tributes here, but the family would like to thank Yamina Park, especially Michelle and Mohammed, and Dr. Chris Hughes, and also a fellow with us today by the name of Mr. Max Denny, for their great work and support. Also, Judy McCulloch, I have a tribute here from Judy, and Judy Evans, and anybody else who made Nancy's life a little bit easier, especially in the last. Thank you so much from the family. It's really appreciated. I have a note here from Nancy's daughter, Linda. Very shortly I'll be giving you a very complete list of Nancy's siblings, but I'll do this first, Linda. Mum, the gap you have left in my heart is so big it can never be filled. I cannot contemplate a world without your voice. You gave me the courage to stand up to anyone. I believe that. You gave me the wisdom to call a spade a spade. You gave me the knowledge that you can live through adversity and come out the other side in one piece, even if you are a little battered and bruised. You gave me the strength to stick to my convictions. You gave me and my little family love, laughter and warmth. I know that you have flown to King Island, your favourite place in the world, to join the big Stafford family reunion. So many of your loved ones are waiting to see you there, including my beloved sister and brother. I know the barbecue is ready. There's a keg of cold beer and the country music has started playing. I think I'll finish this service quite early and we'll all hop on the plane and go. Yeah. But the family, those people have been waiting for you to join them, Mum, and my only regret is that we had to lose you here so that you could be with them. Farewell, my adorable mother. I love you forever. From Linda. Thanks, Linda. And a note, a bit of late mail from Judy. Dear Nancy, you have been like a mother, sister and a friend all my life and will be so missed. I will plant the gladdies for you and hope you can see them flower from up above. Love from Judy. I'm sure that she will be watching down, making sure you put the bulbs in the right way around. And a further little note, Linda says that a few years after John died, which happened in 2013, Mum came to live with me and Gina and son Lockie in Westbury, We had many trips out and about and beautiful Christmases, which she loved. She lived with us from 2018 until 2023, when she fell ill and later moved into Umina. She had been at Umina since 31st of May 2023. And now to the siblings. And Linda says she mentioned that the eldest son, Thomas, passed away at the age of 15, and then the family had a run of girls until finally more boys arrived. I think grandfather must have been really hanging out for some much-needed male help around the farm. So here we go. I just want to confirm the names of Mum's siblings in order of appearance. Alberta Alice Stafford, Joyce May Stafford, Coral Daphne Stafford, Thomas Alfred Stafford, Olive Frances Stafford, Elise Beatrice Stafford, Blanche Stafford. Missed out on a middle name, Blanche. What happened there? Gwen Hope Stafford, Philip Arthur Stafford, William James Stafford, Kenneth Roy Stafford, and last but not least, Nancy Patricia Stafford. No, there's no more. Oh, yeah, well, look, I counted about 12. Were there 12? Yeah, well, yeah. Phew. Never mind, big families. And they lived in early years at a place in Rihanna called Cook's Road. Now it's if you go past the old shop and school at Rihanna, it's the first turn to the left that goes in there. And there used to be an old butter factory in there. You'd probably remember it, Mr. Denny, but Rhonda certainly would. Yeah. And that's where they used to live, in there. And that's been gone for a long, long time. But yeah, the days at Rihanna were certainly full of many happy memories, and I have a lot of personal happy memories about this young lady who we're saying farewell to today. We're just about to go back in time in Nancy's life, per virtue of some treasured family photographs that the family have put together, and listen to a bit of Nancy's favourite country music in the background. So stand by as history unfolds.
Day
darkest hour is just before dawn.
Walk through this world with me, go where I go, share all my dreams with me, I need you so. In life we search, and some of us find. I've looked for you a long, long time, and now that I found you, new horizons I see. Come take my hand and walk through this world with me.
Yes, it takes me back a while too. I can remember a lot of those faces, and yes, it's some sad memories there. Yeah. God made a wonderful mother, a mother who never grows old. He made her smile of the sunshine, and he moulded her heart of pure gold. In her eyes he placed bright shining stars. In her cheeks fair roses they grew. God made a wonderful mother, and he gave that dear mother to you. I think that Nancy would have said this: when I come to the end of the road and the sun is set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all a part of the master plan, a step on the way to home. So when you are lonely and sick of heart, go to the friends we know. Bury your sorrows in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go. So in grief at her passing, but in gratitude for her life, today we have gathered to say a final farewell to Nancy, and to thank her for the privilege of being numbered amongst those who grieve. If those of you who knew Nancy well can profit from her example, if you can each try to live just a little better for having known her, then through you, Nancy will have a continuing stake into making this world into a better and a much happier place. May you all find comfort, richness and example in your many memories. May you find strength and support in your love for one another, and may you find peace in your hearts. And Nancy's wish for those remaining would be, may the road rise up to meet you, may the wind be always at your back, May the sun shine warmly upon your face and the rains fall softly upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you safely in the palm of his hand. We're just about to come to the end of our farewell service today, my friends, but before that happens, I would like to invite family and friends who would care to come forward and to place a petal in remembrance of Nancy on the casket. So.
Down at the railroad station, there's people getting on. Some are going north and some are going south. I'm just going to be gone. Some people are born to be takers, others just want to give. Some people live just to love, but I just love to live. I was just born to be exactly what you see, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best. I just try to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I'm just me. People say that life is rough, I wonder compared to what? Some are wanting more and more's are getting less, but I just want what I got. Some wanna live on a hill, others down by the sea. Some wanna live inside high walls, but I just wanna live free. For I was just born to be exactly what you see, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best. I just try to be exactly what you see, day and every day. I'm just me. Oh, I was just born to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I'm just me. Down at the railroad station, there's people getting on. Some are going north and some are going south. I'm just going to be gone. Some people are born to be takers, others just want to give. Some people live just to love, but I just love to live. I was just born to be exactly what you see, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best. I just try to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I'm just me. People say that life is rough, I wonder compared to what? Some are wanting more and more's are getting less, but I just want what I got. Some wanna live on a hill, others down by the sea. Some wanna live inside high walls, but I just wanna live free. For I was just born to be exactly what you see, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best. I just try to be exactly what you see, today and every day. I'm just me. Oh, I was just born to be exactly what you see. Today and every day, I'm just me.
Thank you very much for that tribute, ladies and gentlemen, and we now have a late entry for tributes, and I'd like to call on Linda to come forward, who has something to reveal. Thank you, Linda.
You all knew what Mum was like and her wicked sense of humour, but I just spoke to Ray Denny as he came in today, and he said to me that one of the last things she said to him when the new potatoes came in season, you know how she loved them, she was desperate to get them, she'd go anywhere hunting for them all. When she didn't get the new potatoes on demand, which she expected usually the next day after she asked for them, she would talk to Max, and Max apparently, the last thing she said to him was, "These bastards aren't going to get us any new potatoes." So I just wanted to add that funny note. That's what she was always like. She loved her food and new potatoes, as you know, Max. And Max did get them for her, by the way. Thank you.
Oh dear. There's no doubt about it that Nancy has left us a great legacy of love and laughter. And thank you all today for joining in this sad but meaningful farewell for a dear lady that we love so much. And my personal thanks to Linda and the family for having me to help say farewell to a very dear friend of many years, and also entrusting Parkside Funerals with the farewell. Yeah, thank you all so much. So we have now reached that part of our service that we call the Committal, where we commit Nancy to the next stage of her journey. These then are the last rites in the natural life of Mrs. Nancy Patricia McLeod. We have met to pay tribute and to say farewell. So tenderly and reverently we commit Nancy for cremation. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, grateful for the life that has been lived and for all that life has meant to each and every one of us. We now leave Nancy in peace, and with the greatest of respect, we bid her farewell. Thus, thinking of her, let us leave this place in quietness of spirit and live with concern for one another, resolved that we who live on and those who come after us shall have life and have it more abundantly as per Nancy's wishes. You were a good woman to many people, Nancy. Your life was a blessing, your memory a treasure. You are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. Thank you for many wonderful memories, Nancy. Farewell, and may you forever rest in peace. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Could I now ask you to stand as we say our final farewell to our dear friend. Thank you.
On a summer afternoon, in a straight back chair on two legs, leaned against the wall. Watch the kids playing with June bugs on a string, and chase the glowing fireflies when evening shadows fall. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby. Honeysuckle vine clings to the fence along the lane. Their fragrance makes the summer wind so sweet. And on a distant hilltop, an eagle spreads its wings, and a songbird on a fence post sings a melody dear. In my Tennessee mountain home, life is as peaceful as a baby's sigh. In my Tennessee mountain home, crickets sing in the fields nearby. Walking home from church on Sunday with the one you love, just laughing, talking, making future plans. And when the folks ain't looking, you might steal a kiss or two, sitting in the porch swing holding hands.